Bad Sisters, Season 1, Episodes 1, 2, Recap and Ending Explained. Bad Sisters, Season 1, Episodes 1, 2 Recap. Episode 1 The Prick. Struggling to compose herself, Grace prepares for the funeral of her husband, John Paul Williams, who is lying in his coffin with an erection. Dealing with this predicament becomes a complicated affair for her. Her other sisters, Eva, Ursula, and Bibi soon arrive. Becca, late and rushing to the venue, causes a man on a scooter to skid and fall on the road. She apologizes and reaches the church just on time. Among all the sisters, Bibi is the least interested in pretending to mourn. Powered by. The action shifts to a Christmas Eve dinner 6 months earlier at Eva's house. We find out that the Garvey sisters are orphans and that they have a family tradition of going swimming on Christmas Day. JP is unrestrained in his callousness towards others, like calling Eva a spinster, asking her if her big announcement is that she's pregnant even though he knows she's infertile, or getting extremely annoyed at being approached by one of Ursula's kids who has Down syndrome. Becca tells everyone that she's about to start a massage business of her own. We are also informed about Eva and JP working in the same office where she has applied for a promotion. He then proceeds to break up the evening by leaving for home early with Grace. She is in complete denial of his cruelty, meekly defending everything he does. The other sisters all despise him and call him a prick. The following morning, JP tricks Grace into drinking a glass of champagne, pretending that it's to celebrate Christmas. Later, as she's leaving to meet her sisters, he brings up her being drunk and going swimming as being a threat to her and Blanade, their daughter's, safety. When the sisters are informed about Grace not going swimming, they're infuriated at him being the cause behind the breaking of their tradition. After their swim, the sisters discuss how JP is essentially destroying Grace's relationship with them. Bibi suggests murdering JP, quite seriously, before they all jokingly chip in on how they'd go about doing so. Klaus Bang and Anne-Marie Duff in Bad Sisters. Courtesy, Apple TV Plus. In the present, Thomas Claflin, who runs Claflin & Sons Insurance, is dumbfounded at the prospect of having to pay £875,000 as insurance owing to JP's death. His wife is pregnant and weeks away from delivering their baby. With his half-brother, Matt, who is the man that Becca almost had an accident with, he decides to visit the funeral in order to look for clues that would reveal some foul play in his death and thereby prevent him from having to pay the money to Grace. Matt is completely against such an intrusion on a day like that. At Grace's house, Thomas finds out that the sisters were not fond of JP. On being asked about her whereabouts on the night of JP's death, Grace states she was with her sisters. An insensitive comment by Thomas about their father makes Matt leave the funeral. At a nearby bar, he runs into Becca, who has left the funeral too because of an absence of alcohol there. The two start flirting and Becca gives him her phone number before leaving. On the way back home, Thomas reveals to Matt that their company is on the verge of bankruptcy and if they have to pay the insurance amount to Grace, they'll have to close their doors. Powered by. Grace goes over to Eva's place and informs her about lying to Thomas about being with her and her other sisters on the night of JP's accident when she really was waiting for him at home. Eva is a little disconcerted at the news but assures Grace that she'll back her up. Eva, Ursula, Bibi, and Becca meet up to discuss how they'll handle the situation as they're all in the spotlight now for the insurance investigation. Their conversation, especially Ursula's fear about going to jail, reveals that they were complicit in JP's death. The sisters promise to look out for each other no matter what.